Hi everybody, welcome to a new tutorial on multiband Haas effect. So before we jump in straight into the demonstration and to go through the controls of the AUV3 plugin, let's talk about the Haas effect. It was previously introduced via a free plugin called Stereo Lag Time, and that was great, but it didn't have the selection of what bands of frequency you could apply the delay. Indeed, the Haas effect is a way to add micro delays to either the left or the right channel, but not simultaneously, and that gives you the ability to take mono sounds and to make them more spacious and to give that stereo sound. And it's a great effect because you can apply it, mix it back directly into your mono sound without any problems at all. That sounds still really good. However, that first version of the Haas effect had problems because on the low frequency, it would, for example, on the bass frequency, it would have a tendency to lose the phase, and on the high frequency, it would have more a unrealistic sound. So the developer has introduced a new plugin which solves that problem and has the ability to create up to 4 bands and therefore the ability to apply the Haas effect to each of the different bands. So let's create an audio channel. Let's choose for the audio channel something like, for example, the TAL Uno LX V2. Let's choose, let's link it to the keyboard. Let's maximize the screen and let's choose a preset. We could use the startup preset, or we could actually choose something more interesting. Let's go inside the Juno Factory A and let's go and choose, for example, why not a trumpet. Okay, that is how the trumpet sounds without no effect. And now let's add the multiband Haas effect. Click on the plus sign and let's search for type multi. So here we go, the multiband Haas effect. Right, so let's click on it, and this is what it looks like. So let's go through first of all the controls because they are very simple. You can see here 4 bands, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can deactivate them like so, turn them off. Okay, you can turn them back on, of course. You can solo them pressing on the S solo. Okay, and you can also change the range. So in this case, you can see on the top left the frequency is so 91 Hertz, and you continue to go up, so you can choose the crossover between these 2 bands, and you can do the same on the others as well. You can delete a band and you can continue to do so up to having only 1 band, and then of course you can click on the plus sign to add additional band, again up to 4. Generally, the effect works well in the mid-range, so probably around 200 Hertz towards probably around, yeah, something like 3000, something like that. And normally what I do, actually I divide this range in terms of frequency right in the middle for the 2 crossovers. Now when you have done that, underneath here you see different controls, different knobs, and you can increase the delay, in this case to the right channel for this band here, okay, for this frequency which I selected here, so around between 200 Hertz and 760 Hertz, and you can increase the delays in millisecond to the right channel like so, up to 250, or you can do the same to the left channel. Okay, and you double click on it to set it back to default, i.e. to 0. So at the moment there's no delay applied, so the sound is going straight through. Now, if I was to disable some of this band, let's listen to what happens. So it acts as filtering those frequency out. And indeed, when I turn them all off, there is no sound going through. So let's reactivate them. And let's now hear what it sounds like when we start to add some delay. So in this case, let's use this band here, and let's start to increase the delay. Of course, as you move the dial, you increase the delay, you will hear a shift in pitch that is perfectly normal until it does the adjustment. As you can hear, and please, you need to have some good headphones to hear the effect. You can start to hear that the sound is starting to get wider in the stereo spectrum of field. And let's do the same on the left channel here for the different band. And the more you increase in millisecond in terms of delay, the more you will start to hear the significant delay on that channel. Here we go. When it's around 70-80 milliseconds. Of course, you can apply delays on the left and right channel for lower frequency and higher frequency, but you need to be careful, as I mentioned earlier on. What happens is you can either cancelling phase on the low frequency or create some unrealistic or unnatural sounds on the top frequency. But of course, you can play moving the range of the bands. You can hear it starting to sound a little bit unnatural. So better a low frequency. In this case, I have the middle band active, so the others act as a filter in terms of not allowing the sound through, but of course I can activate them, so normal frequency will go through unaltered because I have not applied any delays. Let's delay, remove that crossover to move it a little bit more to the left, lower frequency. So let's hear it again without effect. And now with the effect. Really nice. And of course, then from here you can continue and you can alter the sound even more. For example, let's add another effect like a reverb. Let's add a bless reverb, which is always really nice. And now you start to create some magic. Okay, so I'm stopping here. So I hope you enjoyed and you learned how the multiband Haas effect works. Enjoy and see you next time. Bye.